The thunderous cascade of Niagara Falls is a sight to behold. Millions of gallons of water pour over the edge every minute. It's a natural wonder that draws tourists from around the world. But beneath the roaring waters lies a secret. A hidden world that few have seen, a network of tunnels that snake beneath the falls. These aren't just any tunnels, they're steeped in mystery and history. For years they remained hidden from view, forgotten by time. But now they're slowly giving up their secrets. And what they're revealing is nothing short of extraordinary. The story of these tunnels is like something out of an adventure movie. It's got everything. Ancient artifacts, Prohibition-era smuggling, even ghostly encounters. But this isn't fiction. This is real. And it's happening right beneath one of the most famous landmarks in North America. As we dive into this underground world, we'll uncover a tale that spans centuries. From the earliest Native American settlements to modern-day archaeological digs. It's a journey through time. A journey that will challenge what we thought we knew about Niagara Falls. And it all starts with a simple question. What lies beneath? It was the 1960s, a time of change and discovery. And in Niagara Falls, one local historian was about to make a find that would change everything. His name was lost to time, but his discovery wasn't. He had a hunch, a feeling that there was more to the falls than met the eye. Armed with old maps and local legends, he began to investigate. He pored over dusty documents in the town archives. He interviewed elderly residents who spoke of secret passages. And slowly, a picture began to emerge, a picture of a hidden world beneath the falls. His breakthrough came when he found an old survey map. It showed a network of tunnels running beneath the falls, tunnels that weren't on any modern maps, tunnels that seemed to have been forgotten. But why were they there? And what secrets did they hold? The historian's discovery sparked a wave of interest. Soon others began to take notice. Archaeologists, geologists and historians flocked to the area. They wanted to see for themselves, to explore these hidden passages, and to uncover the secrets that had been buried for so long. Fast forward to the present day. The tunnels are no longer just a local legend. They're the subject of serious scientific study, and the tools we're using to explore them? They're straight out of a sci-fi movie. Ground-penetrating radar, LiDAR scanning, even robotic explorers. These high-tech tools are giving us a new view of the tunnels. We can see their full extent for the first time. And what we're seeing is amazing. The tunnels stretch for miles. They branch out in all directions. Some lead to chambers big enough to hold houses. Others narrow to tight squeezes that only the bravest dare to explore. But it's not just about mapping the tunnels. These tools are helping us understand their history. We can see where the tunnels have been expanded or collapsed. We can identify different construction techniques, and we can even spot areas that might hold important artifacts. The use of this technology is changing the game. It's allowing us to explore areas that were once too dangerous to reach, and it's helping us piece together the puzzle of the tunnel's past. With each scan and each data point, we're getting closer to the truth. As we delve deeper into the tunnels, we're finding treasures. Not gold or jewels, but something far more valuable to historians. Artifacts, pieces of the past that tell a story, and what a story they tell. It's a tale of Native American settlements, smuggling operations, and long-forgotten rituals. One of the most exciting finds? Moonshine bottles from the Prohibition era, dozens of them, hidden away in a secret chamber. They're a tangible link to a time when these tunnels were used for more than just exploration. They were a lifeline for bootleggers, a way to smuggle illegal alcohol across the border. But the bottles are just the beginning. We're also finding tools, stone axes and arrowheads, pottery shards with intricate designs. These aren't from the Prohibition era. They're much, much older. They're evidence of Native American settlements that predate European contact. These artifacts are like pieces of a puzzle. Each one gives us a new clue about the people who use these tunnels, about their lives, their beliefs, their struggles. And with each new find, the picture becomes clearer. The tunnels aren't just a geological feature. They're a time capsule. Section 5. Whispers of smugglers and settlers. The artifacts tell us stories, stories of the people who used these tunnels, and those stories are fascinating. Take the moonshine bottles, for example. They're not just empty containers, they're evidence of a thriving smuggling operation. During Prohibition, these tunnels were a highway for bootleggers. Imagine it, dark nights, secret meetings, the constant fear of getting caught. These tunnels provided the perfect cover. Smugglers could move their illegal goods right under the noses of the authorities. The roar of the falls above would mask any noise. It was the perfect setup, but the tunnel's history goes back much further than Prohibition. The Native American artifacts tell an even older tale. They speak of settlements that existed long before Europeans arrived, of people who used these caves for shelter, storage, and perhaps even spiritual ceremonies. These early settlers saw the power of the falls. They respected it, feared it even, but they also used it to their advantage. The caves provided protection from the elements, and maybe, just maybe, they held a special significance, a connection to the spirit world that we're only beginning to understand. It's not just artifacts that are coming to light. There are stories too. Stories that send a chill down your spine. Researchers working in the tunnels have reported strange experiences, things that can't be easily explained, things that make you wonder if there's more to these tunnels than just rock and water. Some talk about noises, whispers that seem to come from empty chambers, footsteps when no one else is around. Others describe sudden temperature drops, cold spots that appear and disappear without warning. And then there are the shadows, dark figures seen out of the corner of the eye, gone when you turn to look. One researcher described feeling like she was being watched. She was alone in a chamber, taking measurements. Suddenly she felt a presence behind her. She turned, expecting to see a colleague, but there was no one there, just empty darkness. She left the tunnel quickly that day. Are these experiences real? Or are they just the product of overactive imaginations? The dark, damp tunnels can play tricks on the mind. The constant rumble of the falls above can disorient you, but for those who've had these encounters, they feel all too real. And they add another layer of mystery to the tunnels. Section 7. The ongoing quest for answers. The exploration of the Niagara Falls tunnels is far from over. In fact, it feels like we're just scratching the surface. With each new discovery, new questions arise. It's like peeling back layers of an onion. Each layer reveals something new, something unexpected. Scientists from various fields are now involved. Geologists study the rock formations, trying to understand how the tunnels formed. Archaeologists sift through the dirt, looking for more artifacts. Historians pore over old documents, seeking clues about who might have used these tunnels and why. But it's not just about the past. These tunnels could hold keys to the future too. Some researchers believe studying the water flow through the caves could help us better understand erosion. This could be crucial for preserving the falls for future generations. There's also talk of opening parts of the tunnels to the public. Imagine being able to walk where smugglers once crept, to stand in chambers where ancient rituals might have been performed. It's an exciting prospect, but it also raises questions about preservation. How do we balance public access with protecting these fragile environments? Section 8. Legends and lore of the tunnels. As with any mysterious place, the Niagara Falls tunnels have their share of legends. Stories passed down through generations. Some are based on historical facts, others, well, they're a bit more fanciful. But all of them add to the mystique of this underground world. One popular legend speaks of a lost treasure. According to the tale, a group of French explorers hid a cache of gold in the tunnels. They planned to return for it later, but they never did. Some say the treasure is still there, waiting to be found. Others believe it's just a myth, born from the human desire for hidden riches. Another story tells of a secret passage to the other side of the falls, a tunnel that runs right under the river, connecting Canada and the United States. It's said that this passage was used by spies during various wars. Is there any truth to it, or is it just another tall tale? Then there are the ghost stories, tales of spectral figures seen wandering the tunnels. Some say they're the spirits of those who died at the falls. Others believe they're the ghosts of Native Americans, still guarding their sacred spaces. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, These stories add an extra layer of intrigue to the tunnels. Section 9. Preserving the underground heritage. As we uncover more about the Niagara Falls tunnels, a new challenge emerges. How do we preserve this unique heritage? These tunnels aren't just holes in the ground, they're a part of our history, a link to our past. And they need to be protected. Conservation efforts are now underway. Experts are working to stabilize the tunnels to prevent further erosion and collapse. It's a delicate balance. We want to explore and learn. But we also need to ensure that these tunnels will be around for future generations to study and enjoy. There's also the question of the artifacts. Each item found in the tunnels needs to be carefully preserved, cleaned, catalogued, stored under the right conditions. It's painstaking work, but it's crucial if we want to learn from these objects. Education is another key part of preservation. The more people understand about the tunnels and their importance, the more likely they are to support conservation efforts. Schools are starting to include the tunnels in their local history lessons. Museums are creating exhibits. It's all part of ensuring that this underground heritage isn't forgotten again. Section 10. The future of Niagara's hidden world. So what does the future hold for the Niagara Falls tunnels? It's an exciting question, one that sparks the imagination. As technology advances, our ability to explore and understand these tunnels will only grow. Who knows what secrets we might uncover in the coming years? There's talk of using virtual reality to allow people to visit the tunnels without physically entering them. Imagine putting on a headset and suddenly finding yourself in a Prohibition-era smuggling den, or walking alongside ancient Native American settlers. It's a way to share the wonder of the tunnels while still protecting them. Research continues at a rapid pace. New scanning techniques are being developed. They might allow us to see even deeper into the rock, to uncover chambers and passages we don't even know exist yet. It's like we're writing a new chapter in the story of Niagara Falls. But perhaps the most exciting aspect is the sense of mystery that remains. Despite all our technology, despite all we've learned, the tunnels still hold secrets, and that's what keeps us exploring. That's what fuels our curiosity. Because in the end, it's not just about what we find, it's about the thrill of discovery itself. The joy of uncovering something hidden, of solving a mystery that's been waiting for us right beneath our feet.